Hey everybody, Jeremy Reed here. It's been a while since I made a video blog, and so I thought, you know what? Let's just sit in front of the camera and talk to it. Had I known I was going to do this, maybe I would have shaved, put myself together a little better, but you get the real me. When I work alone, I have no other employees or coworkers, so sometimes I don't shave. Anyway, you know, something I was thinking about earlier, one of the questions that I always ask new clients, one of the first questions I ask when I do kind of this, intro kind of interview is, how many days a week are you willing to commit to fitness? And a lot of people right off the bat are like 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, as many as I can do. And I love that people are on fire to make these change, but the reality then is something a little more like this. So, they check in with me 2 or 3 weeks down the road, and I ask, how the workout's going. Well, their answer's like, Tuesday's workout didn't happen because I was just so busy. I mean, I get up and I've got the kids to get ready, and then I had to drop my husband off at work, and then I had some errands to run, and then and the moral of the story here is that, life is so busy that they didn't make it a priority to get their workout in. And so my comeback to this, and I think it applies to a lot of people, is that we all have 24 hours in a day. We all have literally the same amount of time to get X, Y, and Z done that everyone else has. The big difference is that some of us make it a priority to schedule our workouts or whatever needs to happen in our day. It's gonna happen. Just like you getting the kids off to school is gonna happen. Just like you dropping your husband off at work is gonna happen. That's always helped me out. And I have a lot of people will be like, well, I work full time, and I have kids, and I have a spouse, and all this, and I never ever, even when I wasn't doing personal training, even when I was just starting my own fitness journey, I would never accept that excuse from anyone. Even just in conversation, I would never accept it. I'd be like, I have 2 jobs, I have kids, I have a wife, but I make it a priority. Some days twice a day, and so I've never really been one of those to make excuses or feel like life's just too busy for me to get fitness in. I just make it a priority, and I know a lot of people that do, and those are the people that see the biggest change. When you stay consistent and you go after these goals, you go after the things that need to be done, and just make them happen, you'd be amazed at how drastic your changes can truly be. And so, if this sounds like you, if you're the type of person to be like, well, I've errands to run, and I've got kids, and I've got a husband, and I've got housework, and I've got meals, and I would just suggest that you do whatever it takes to analyze your day and how you're spending your time. And if that means prepping your kids' lunch the night before so that you have a little bit more time in the morning, whatever the case may be. I also commonly will say, okay, that's cool. You were busy. You didn't get your workout in. How many hours of television did you watch last night? How many hours of Facebook did you spend yesterday? Those types of things. It's like, when you really come down to it, are we that busy 24 hours a day? Are we truly so busy and so in demand with life-changing things that we can't just dedicate 30, 40, 60 minutes to get a workout in? The answer is usually no. So anyway, give that some thought, I guess, and if it applies to you, great. If not, whatever. I have a funny story for you, and it actually happened today. So I went into the gym, I hit legs. I've been babying this hernia that I have. Oh, I'll update you on the hernia as well. Some of you have been following along with it, others might not know what I'm talking about. But anyway, about 8 weeks ago, I was leg pressing some pretty heavy weight, and I felt a pain in my stomach right above my belly button, and there was a lump, a pretty decent sized lump, protruding out, and I pushed it back in with my finger, and it happened 2 more times. I went to the doctor. Sure enough, I have a hernia. So I had my consult with a surgeon last week. The surgeon checked me out, and sure enough, yeah, I have a hernia, but it's very small. It's about the size of a fingertip. And so he said they could do surgery, but what they'd have to do is actually make the hole bigger in order to patch it up with a patch. And then he said with the amount of weight that I lift, the chance of re-injury is so high, and then now I'd be dealing with a much larger hole. It would be more dangerous. So his suggestion was just to kind of deal with it, monitor it, and it turns out the mass that had come out of me several times that I ended up pushing back inside of me, it's so sexy, was not intestine. It was just fat and tissue that sits in between the two layers of muscle in your abdomen. So that's fun. So now I just wear a weight belt super tight no matter what I'm lifting. I've been progressively getting stronger with no pain in that area even just over this week. As an example, last week, right after the consult with the surgeon, I went and hit legs. I got up to 315 for 8 reps, and I was feeling some pain, and so I kind of stopped it at 315 pounds. This week, today, I didn't feel pain until about 385 pounds, so I guess that's progress. I have not had to shove mass back into my body as of yet, so that's good. Anyway, so let me tell you my story. So I've been babying this hernia. I went in and did legs, and I decided, I was really gonna push myself today. I wasn't, once I started feeling pain, I was gonna go, I would back off. But so I did some squats. Then I went over to the hack squat machine, loaded that thing up with plates, and that was going pretty good. But my legs were just destroyed. I mean, I'm like, I haven't really hit anything super hard for a long time, so I was pushing like, I don't know, like over 400 pounds on the hack squat. So it was a decent amount of weight, and so I get off the hack squat, and there's this seated leg press, or seated calf press right next to the hack squat machine, and it's one of those where you're sitting on it, and your thighs go underneath the pad, and then in front of you there's like this shaft that you put the weight plates on, and there's this lever that makes it go up and down, and so anyway. There was a whole bunch of 45-pound plates just kind of leaning up against the machine. I didn't really think anything of it. Somebody didn't re-rack their weights, whatever. So the gym, on a side note, our gym for some reason stopped playing music. So it's like eerily silent in there at all times. So it's all quiet. I'm like huffing and puffing because I just did the hack squat. I sit down on this calf press machine just to kind of get off my legs. And somehow I like hit the lever that makes the machine like drop. And so the machine dropped, and now there's all these 45-pound plates just go crashing all over the place. Like loud noises everywhere. And all of a sudden it's like, you feel like, you're kind of in the zone. You're not really paying attention to anybody in the gym. I'm doing my own thing, no problem. And then all of a sudden it's like this friggin' whirlwind of sound coming off of me. And literally like every head in the gym right comes right to me, and I'm just kind of sitting there like, hey, what's going on? So that was one of those not so awesome Jeremy Reed fitness moments in the gym, but whatever, they'll get over it. So anyway, I was laughing about that and thought I'd share with you. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, despite my long drawn out story about my hernia and the stupid plates crashing in the gym. I hope you can take what I said to heart. Make fitness a priority in your life. You just have to. You have to fit it in. Just like you fit in all the other necessities, fit it in. And I know that you'll be glad that you did. So, all right, take care. Have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.